What's up, everybody? If you're watching on YouTube, I am over on Niknax. Got on about 2 minutes early. I am scheduled today for 3:30. I have been wrestling with getting my voice back. I almost canceled this morning because my voice wasn't even coming out. With some really good earth tea, sweet and spicy, with some honey, actually helped out a lot. Vegas Life, what's up? From Sunny Las Vegas to you. Thank you all for coming in. I don't know if I'm going to need, yes, I do. I will need my black light today for some things. I have been going down a very good rabbit hole of finding out about artists. And crazy thing is, I'll tell you more about that story as we go. After you're sick now. I wonder if I passed it on to you since this is such a small community. From 17 up to 25 people up in here. Where are you all watching from? What state or country are you in? What do you like to collect? I have been loving a lot more of learning about glass. I was really big into apparel. Then along the way, I got into other things. And now glass seems to be one that I'm really diving deep into more than when I started with just trying to sell stuff to pay bills. Now that covers that as long as I keep doing what I'm doing. But I'm also learning how to get less items and make more and invest that time in a flipper way of not always having to thrift less, more time with family, more time for myself. And I've been doing a lot more of that, especially during this time of the holidays. Sonny, you sound rough. I know. I'm 43 years old and I just hit puberty. I know I'm like just one of those crazy type of dudes that happens in life. I actually am glad that I sound rough because I wasn't sounding at all the last couple of days. My voice was gone. And even as of this morning, I was talking to J Ride Flips, Jake from out in Utah. He came down. We did a quick little thrift, and I was whispering to him because I couldn't talk. Period. Other than whispering, I tried to talk, and it was just gone. Every other syllable gone, sound gone. It was just so one of those crazy things, and it is that time of the year. So um, things are going around, bugs and stuff. But I'm not sick. I just been losing my voice. So I'm glad I'm able to talk now because I really hate rescheduling shows. I like to do something, stick to it, but I have no problem admitting if I have to postpone something, which is a really good thing because a lot of people that follow me or discover me are a lot lenient. I don't know if they are in other people, but a lot lenient on me of not beating me up about like why didn't you have it this day? I was off and so on. I think people really get that people have lives and that things happen in our lives, and you just think good about people and hope that they're doing well when you don't hear about them. The frog I ordered came. Oh, you love it. The little green one, that was a really cool one with a very cool story about that frog. Let me get an item up here. I do not have any more of the little figurines that I like to start at $1. One of the orders didn't go through from the last time, but I left it upstairs. And the reason why I'm downstairs in my house is because it's really cold up there. My feet were freezing, and I just wanted to stand up for once. Plus, I got this kind of. Let me break back this up and show you what I got because this is really cool that I found. And I've been trying to find something like this, and a friend hooked me up from his garage sale. So you're probably going to see some of my house. I'm trying to maneuver this, but this tall stand actually rotates. There's stuff to hang on the side. There's a mirror on this side for the little shorty shorts. But then on this side actually has like a cabinet type. Ugh. Here, let me get, you were like, I can't see nothing, Sonny. Let me take my phone off and show you what I'm talking about. I've been wanting something like this for a while. Let me turn this around. Nope, that wasn't it. Here it is. So I've been trying to find something like this, and it's pretty cool that I found something more than what I was looking for. Little cabinet type, it swivels around, has some little hanger stuff here. So this is like something that works very well with me here doing auctions. I've got my UV light, I got some coffee, and these are the things that we're going to be going through. If you want to look inside the store and just see what I have available, even buy it now. these two items, I'm really happy to talk about these two right here because it's a very fascinating story, in my opinion. And then these other things that are here. This one I just recently, that one's a pretty cool find to come across. And then here, and then I'll tell you more about that one later on. Oh, all right, now to look at my nose hairs. Stand by. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chris, 1967. My wife will love that. She does she does all the decorating. I just move stuff here and there and things like that. Glad someone young is interested in glass. As long as time as a long time collector, my best advice is to start reference library. Yes, what I've been doing with referencing has not so much been about types of like items of glass. Is as of yesterday, this is very recent, I've been diving into the actual artist, and that's two of the items that I pointed out a moment ago that I'm really happy to talk about. I know very little about it, but I find it pretty cool for things that happen the way they did, and when we get to it, I'll be talking more about it. Those might be the last two items that I end up showing you on here. And then also on here, at 5, the Thrifting Twins are going to be here on Niknax on their own auction. So I'm not sure if I'll be done right on time or way before, but just want to give you a heads up for later on if you want to catch another live here from Niknax and support them. They will be on later on at 5 my time. That would be Pacific. I think they're Eastern. So what's that, 8 p.m.? So let me get a sip because my throat's starting to get a little dry off of my coffee. Tora, I love her decor. She has excellent taste. Obviously, she has me. Just joking. Since this one is here, we'll get started with this one. This is a vintage crystal. I believe this is lead, has a lead frame on the exterior. And these are pressed flowers. This is probably the prettiest pressed flower sun catcher that I've come across in all of my thrifting for glass in the past 2.5 years. Why I like this one so much is because it's actually a heavier type crystal. And this is also the first time I've seen a lead type of frame, which the lead is really nice and light. So be careful if you end up getting it or anybody ends up deciding to bid on it. I also like that there's no colors on here. It's almost like a neutral thing. And a lot of times I find some with colors and they fade, but I like the way the simplicity of this one is. There's no cracks and no chips. And now to figure out how to see, I want things like this. And then I'm like, wait. I got to figure out how to work it. So here, sun catcher. Let me edit the item. Since I didn't have any items for $1, I'm going to go ahead and then start this one for $1. And I do hear myself right now like, ooh, boy, you sound rough. Like rough McGuff. Starting this one at $1 here. I'll be moving the ring light as we start this one, starting for, I think, 30 seconds. And then I've been sick since December 26th. Jody, was that you? I believe that was you asking if it was a necklace. In the pictures, it does look like it. I think because there wasn't anything to base it off of on size. So I completely understood when you left a comment on YouTube about it being a necklace. I mean, you could just get a big chain and post it up on there. So starting at $1, I go up to $40. Really good condition. And then there is a little circle on the bottom if you want to add extra things. I just now realized that. At first, I thought this was just a sole piece, individual piece. Stories Past Stuff Shop is bidding on $3. For those who are watching on YouTube, I understand that you can't see the prices of what's being bid, so I'm going to do my best to throw numbers in there for you to keep along. I am on Niknax. I should have probably maybe asked. I hate asking people for help. I like to do things on my own. But I'm over on Niknax. If you go to a previous video of mine, a pre-recorded one, you will find Niknax information in the description. I would be pretty to add a chandelier crystal to the bottom. Oh, that is a good idea. Stories past stuff shop. Um, that is a really good idea to add a crystal one. If I would have thought of that, I would have looked at the ones I had and added one. But now that I'm thinking about it, I have more of the like long icicle type stab you in the front and the back type crystals, the long ones. Um, and I have that because of the chandeliers that I showed in the last Niknax live. Asking for help is a man thing. Um, I think for me, I get what you're saying. I think for me, asking for help and getting away from it is because I used to always ask for help when I was younger, and I always depended on like, oh, I won't be able to figure it out or whatever. I'll just ask my parents. And then I got married, and I was like, I don't want my wife to have a husband who depends on other people. She needs somebody who has somebody who can figure it out. So that's why I don't ask for help. But I do have friends that say, Sonny, it's okay to ask. And I'm like, you're right. And it helps me understand. It's me growing up. Sean Blevins, hello. Asking for help is a man thing. Asking for help is a human thing. Stop it. Yeah. Well, congratulations. It sold for 3 doll hairs, and I hope you're happy with this. Very cool, very clean, nice, good weight and quality to it. All right. Now this one, I may have to take you with me into a dark spot inside the house. Here we have a. Let me post it up. Where is it at? Here it is. Move to stage. All right, here we have a vintage Duncan Miller etched basket with the UV glow. This has a very strong UV glow. Even with the ring light right on here, it's you could see it. But I'm gonna take you with me, folks. If you got time, I'm gonna take you with me in my house. Why not change it up a little bit? Especially today, a lot of people don't get to see like my house, but I love my house. I love my house a lot. So let's take this with me, and together we're gonna go potty. I mean, we're gonna go to the potty room, or should we go to the cupboard? Let's go to cupboard. Maybe some people might be like, "Oh, that just sounds weird. That devalues what you're doing." All right, we're gonna go into the darkness, folks. You get to see all my snacks. I wonder if any of them glow. Let me move that water. Oh, let me put this case of water. Look at all this. Oh, I lost my sandal. Sandal down. Ugh. Water case was trying to eat it. This feels like a treasure hunt. Uh, I don't remember. Where's the light in here? Ah! Oh, here we are. All right, so let me turn this around. Here are my bag of chips. We're gonna start them at a doll hair. Just joking. Is this beautiful little thing that's right here? All right, it's nice and clear. Lights are off. Light is right here, and boom. So this glows quite well. Nice strong glow. Let me see if that works. There you go. That's even better. All right. You bet the snacks glow. Let's see. Oh, something glows there. Oh, those are the clips. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right, let's get out of here. Hope you enjoyed that little field trip inside my house. I try to have a lot of fun naturally, folks. I'm a goofball. Turn this off. Oh, 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 oh. All right. How did y'all enjoy that little field trip right there? Hope you had a lot of fun. It was a free ride, so don't forget to leave a tip by liking and subscribing on my YouTube channel, SonnyLasVegas. Self plug. All right. Microphone glitch. Here we go. So we're gonna be started on this, and hey, oh yeah, it already started. That's weird. I didn't hit the start button, but it went. There is a glitch. Something must have happened, but we'll see. Do y'all see anything, folks? Zero. Yeah. Yeah, started on his own. Rerun it, yes. Which is cool to experience this too, for it not to work out. Like it a glitch to be like, is it still in there? Okay, that one showed it sold. And now it's saying it's gone. Oh no! There's a few of them gone. Hold on. No, it's gone, folks. That is so odd. Yeah, it's gone. It's not showing it in here. Let me see. Oh, or sold? Nope. Auction. Oh, you know what? Maybe. No, that doesn't even work. All right, folks. With that was a little field trip that ended up not having this one listed. It's not inside my store. It's not showing on any options. It's there. Just need start. I can't hit start on it. It's not giving me an option. It's not letting me do it. Well, maybe I could get back to it. Let me see. Let me see if I put something else in, and then go back and see if it moved it back. All right. Hold on. Now I see it. Now how to remove that? I can remove that. All right. I'm gonna start this one, folks. It's saying restart auction, but the other one is on the stage. So let's see how this one. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, there it goes. So, if this happens to anybody, whew, I'm glad it happens to me. Why not be the example, good or bad? Because it turns positive anyways. If that happens to you, go to another item, click on it, and then it'll pop up that whatever item it is, and it'll say start auction. And it won't start it. It'll show it available as it was before. And no, actually, it is not doing it. There you go. Move to stage. All right. Here we go. That was a process. All right, this one, the Duncan Miller etched based UV glow, starting at 10 buckaroonies. We have JB53 in at 10. As you saw, it has a wonderful glow. It does have some really nice etch to it. It is, I believe, pressed glass due to the lines on the side. No cracks that I saw, no chips or nips. UV reactive glow. T. Nelson, welcome. Never mind, jump back. Cool. T. Nelson's in it for 11 buckaroonies. JB53 is in it for 12 bucks. I'm wondering if Tip is going to end up realizing I'm talking downstairs, because when I talk, he often thinks somebody else is here other than me, and he gets really excited, and then it hurts my feelings. And then I give him a hug, and then he's like, oh, okay, it's just you. Just you, Pop. JB53 ended at 14 bucks. All right. Ooh, I almost put that inside my coffee. JB53, congratulations. You won it for $14. All right. All right. So I'm learning a lot about glass, folks, okay? I don't know everything, but I found two items that I have here today. I'm about to bring up one that I didn't know these companies make glass. I'm excited about both of them. This one is very pretty. This one is by Anthropologie. Don't be like me and spell it with the Y at the end. It's an IE, even without it being in a sentence. The sticker is on here. It has a beautiful green and kind of, I guess, like complementary colors of a swirl. Very pretty. Nice little slim pitcher. The little bevel part where you pour. All right, nice and clean. Very good condition. I'm going to try this one out and see how you all like this, or if you don't. I could never tell. I know what people like, but then there's some things it's like an experience for me. These go for a pretty good amount. Sandy, who I was messaging about this, my flipping van life, she says Anthropologie replied, Anthropologie makes really good glass and apparel, which is what I know of them for until now. So starting at $15, it is approximately 9.5 inches tall. All right. I like this a lot. Let me see about moving. going to see about moving the ring light because that glare is a little hard on here. Debs is in it at 10. Stories Pass is at 11. I'll be right back. It's a martini pitcher. Is there a matching stir? It didn't have anything that I found it with other than this, but that is really good to know, folks. So was Dee said Dee. I can't see the name because of the thing. I'll be right back. I'm going to move this ring light. It's kind of glaring a little too hard. There's plenty of light in here. I thought I was going to need it. If I have my head a little high, it looks like I'm bald headed and just have hair on the side. So that's pretty cool too. Debs is at 15. Stone Pass is at 17. JB is in it at $18. You know, the higher these bids go, I think my voice is getting really, really good. Like it's starting to soothe out. Just joking. Uh, Stories Past 19, JB 53 at 20. I was gonna use it for Kool-Aid. Oh, I do love me some Kool-Aid. Depending on how things are going, if I could have everybody remind me of Kool-Aid, you know, sometimes I need to remind people to remind me about things. So I do have a very cool vintage Kool-Aid holder for the Dixie cups. I thought was pretty cool to find. I'll show you later on. I don't know if you're interested or I could save it for the next time. Because so far on these auctions, I've only been doing glass, but I want to implement more things like ceramics and cool things like that. We have Stories Pass won this Anthropologie martini pitcher for $23. Thank you very much. Do you combine shipping? I believe it gives me the option when I'm putting everything together on there. So, folks, if there's ever anything that just seems so ridiculous, like please message me in the Niknax chat, tag me at SonnyLasVegas, and I should be able to see it. Or if not, I know one of the amazing moderators will say, "Hey, Sonny, did you see that?" And I'll do my best to reply as soon as I possibly can. That's one thing I also like about Niknax is that the people on here and behind the scenes are keeping up with many of y'all, thousands of y'all. And can we get some emoji hand claps for all of them? And for those who are coming in here and just keeping this a very fun reselling and learning type of platform. And also, Jocelyn, thank you very much. Cannot ever stop thanking you for it. And everybody behind the scenes and the front of the scenes and to the left and the right of the scenes. And I better put this down because I don't want to break it. Definitely don't want to do that. Absolutely amazing support. Knickknacks, yes. All right. Alrighty. Vase or basket? Vase or basket? Pick, folks. Vase, basket, paperweight. Vase. Let's see 3 answers. Best of the 3 answers. Oh, Anna, you bought an Anna Lee Bunny. Thank you, JB. Vase. Oh, vase. Looks like Vase is going. Um. Alrighty. Let's start out small, or I should say light. Um. um all right. This one. Now let me do this here and get it up here. I had this one on the last show and then I realized I didn't bring it up to the stage. This is an Imperial Carnival swung glass vase, approximately 8.5 inches tall. Um, there was something last time that I was looking at. So I am still new to glass, folks. Very, very new. Let's bring this up because I am like crouching down and my sciatica is starting to kick my butt. Give me a moment here. All right. I know there was something last time that I was looking at. Something tells me right here. All right. So on the top, it looks like it has burnt ends. I've never really noticed carnival glass like that or marigold glass. It'd be like this where it looked like it has burnt ends. I'm assuming that's part of the process of what they do to hand blow these things. So when I was looking at that and started looking closer, there is a kind of like little chip right here. And the only way I was able to find it because of the colors, and also I'm partly colorblind, was just touch and feel. I try to find everything. I know my eyes are not the best, so I do a lot of touching of stuff to make sure I catch anything as much as possible. So on one of these little petals, I already lost it again, is a little chip. All right, it doesn't come with dip, but there is a little chip right on the edge. It's not into it. It's like along the curve of the surface. And I don't remember. This one does have some glow on top, but I have the light on. Starting this at $5 hairs. What's up, Sally Snow? How are you doing? I was on your previous Niknax sale and got the beautiful white. Ooh, yes, perfectly packaged, safe and sound. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm not the best packer either way. Either way, I'm not the best packer either, but I do my best and feel comfortable and confident when I do pack things that are gonna get to where it needs to go. I don't try to chance things of. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was complaining about shipping and the cost of it, and then somebody left a reply that I'm remembering saying that the shipping costs of what that person was doing is due to the weight and confidence, the weight and security of packing an item to get to the person, right? So some people are trying to get as low as they can on shipping, but if people like that thought about the cost of shipping, of what it actually costs to ship stuff, depending on where, like I'm from and you're at to get shipped. If they try to make it like $5, then you're gonna get a $5 packaging process, which may not have an actual item that you ordered. So that really helped me not think about stuff like that anymore. Be confident in your packing. Try to do your best. Do it right. Ask questions from friends. People are always trying to help. And for me, learning about glass, the last thing I want is for something to break. Professor Static Treasure won this for $9. Thank you very much. This is a very, very pretty piece. Nice and lightweight too. All right. Now this one was a fun one, and I'm glad the texture is coming off of what I was trying to get in the photos. It was really hard trying to get photos of this because of it being transparent, but then also the white casing on the inside. So let me tell you more about this in a moment. All right, move the stage. Don't press that. So Ingrid Glute, 70s bark textured German vase. When I first came across this, my friend Carrie, the Desert Mermaid, was like, "Hey, here's a vase, check it out." And it was as simple as I grabbed it and I was like, and I put it down. And people in my YouTube comments were like, "You need to go back and get it. I can't believe Carrie handed you a beautiful vase and you just put it down like nothing." And that's really how it happened. So I ended up going to my YouTube video and taking a screenshot of it, going to good old Google Lens, which is becoming better and better as people continue to use it. I ended up finding some information about this. There is a whole thing, if you look up Ingrid Glute Index, and you will have every type of textured glass from this particular name. And there's a lot of it. So I'm glad I was able to find it the weekend after. So it was really, really cool to learn something like that and get beat up in the comments for it to be something even better. But I had no idea. Like I say and say time again, I am still learning a lot about glass. What I like isn't always what is good. Sometimes what I don't like is even better. So there's a lot of learning when it comes to glass. Sandy, again, my flipping van life. I told her, I was like, I want to learn as much glass as possible. And she was like, it'll never happen. But I will continue to learn more and more. But I'll never learn all of it. There's just so much stuff out there, and there's a lot of amazing artists, which two of them I'm going to be talking about later on up in here on Niknax. Definitely agree. I want the items to arrive safe and sound. And I'd rather pay extra and get the item than the package broken glass. Yeah, and I totally agree. And who doesn't, right? So on this, and when I go back after this auction, I'm going to do my best to go get that link of the index of the Ingrid type stuff, different types of glass, because those were a very well displayed kind of lookbook. And you click on the item if it's similar to yours and see more information about it. So I'm going to go and find that link and put it in the link on YouTube if you're interested in seeing more, learning more about it, because I am, definitely am. Cough medicine making you sleepy. And there it goes again. It went to 0. So maybe nobody was interested. Did y'all see it go, folks? I'm not sure if you did. I'm out. Good job, Sonny. Jody, you have a wonderful night. Excellent attitude towards glass. Well, glass is beautiful. Somebody made it. Somebody put in the process for it. I definitely can do it. It sounds pretty expensive. I don't know if that didn't go again. I saw it running, but maybe just nobody was interested. So somebody want to put pass up in the comments just so I know that somebody saw it up in here and available, up in here that it was available for a moment. So if you just put pass, it'll let me know. Because I don't know if y'all seen it. We already saw one issue earlier. Somebody wanted to see the bottom. Okay. Here's the bottom. It's crystal clear. All right. There is no signs of anything. And I did a lot of investigating and researching to determine that that's the name. And it had the identical size, which I really liked about that site. You didn't see it run? I didn't think so. It was running though. Let me try this again. So I went to an item, moved to the stage, go back to the stage, and then that'll bring up something else. And then I had to go back. It kind of has a dim, so I'm saying this because this happened earlier. So as is dim on the back end, for those who are doing this, or who haven't experienced this, if you're going to sell with Niknax, it was dim when I seen it. I clicked on it. Now it's brighter. And now I'm moving it to stage. And okay, here we go. Let's try this again. All right. It's approximately 8.5 inches tall. It does have a clear bottom. All right. Nice crystal, nice texture. There is a person I met out at FlipCon, Bobby Sales, and she had this very cool Starbucks mug that had like these diamond type cuts, very unique and same touch to it, right? And I was like, oh, that's really nice. I like that texture on there. And she was telling me that she can't feel on her fingertips, that she has something to where she can't feel anything on her fingertips. So what she likes to do is have that Starbucks and touch it. Like I guess the vibration of it touching gives her a sense of feeling. And ever since this, I started thinking about more of her and things that I find and why people like things or get things. So not that it has to do with anything with glass, but I found that sad but beautiful to still try to find a way to have a sense of something to feel in their own type of the way. JB, there were several bids. JB ended up winning this for $25. Thank you, JB53. There were several bids, and I appreciate every one of you for bidding. Hidden house stores. All right. I think that was. Oh, we got 2 more vases. All right. This one is a very cool one, a new name for me too. Ack Cab. All right. This is. Oh, let me see. I turned that. Well, this. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see how I see it. This is a very smoky like. Let me see. Will my light help? No. No. When you see this in person, if anybody gets it, this is a clear mirror iridescent light glass. It looks like there's smoke on the inside of it. It's just that the mirror is reflecting a lot of the light that's around me in the house. Maybe if I could bring it closer. Even that's harder to see, but imagine smoke inside a glass with very heavy, dark kind of shadowing to it. Um, that's what it looks like. It does still have the sticker on here. Here is the bottom. Oh, that's probably the best version of trying to describe what the inside looks like. Just not so dark and compact like this. It is spaced out and looks like natural smoke inside there. So very, very cool. AKAM, I believe this was from Turkey, made in Turkey. Really nice, pretty glass. And I'm telling you, when you see this in person, you're gonna be like, oh wow. And sometimes it's just hard to pick up things on a monitor or a screen to see what exactly something looks like. All right. And smoking mirror. I was going to say mirrors, but it is only one vase, approximately 9 inches tall. So it is big. Okay, it's going. That was quick. Deb's Fine in it for $15. Out of all the Akib vases that I looked at, this was the only one that I seen that was more like a mirror type. But again, it all depends on how somebody's taking a photo. So this was the one I would say the most unique one. And there is a smoke to it, really hard to see. It's very, very, very. Oh, right there. You could kind of see it there. All right, that's fine. Got it for $15. When you see this, Debs, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, that is way better in person than how it is on a monitor." Very pretty, brand new sticker. ACAB, really good name to look out for if you like items like that, which I do. I like the beauty of stuff. Um, we have another vase. It's going to be the last vase of the day, but not the last item. This one is a big one. All right. This is my first. This is my very first Blinko to come across. I believe this is more like a green, like an emerald green. Kind of has more of the darker on the bottom, as it's a trumpet ribbed flute. All right, no music comes out of this, and you can't hear neighbors if you put it up against your ear, up towards your wall if they're arguing. But this is a very beautiful piece. It has a clear-footed base on the bottom, and then it still has the sticker right there. So also on here, there is like where they press down these little rivets or little ribs, little presses up inside there, which I thought was cool. It's kind of reminding me of like a cucumber. But I don't know if that sounds good for you. Is it call something looking like a cucumber? We're gonna start this. Oh, I put the measurements in the description, I believe. So it's a little tall, and I am starting it. Deb's Fines in it for $25. And I'm really nervous about this one. Blinko is a really good name to look out for, from what people tell me. New stickers. I want to. Was it 11 inches? I don't think it was 19. I don't remember the actual height, but I believe it's in there. I don't want to press it and ruin it. For $31, that is a deal, folks. 11 seconds left. Got Deb's Fine in it for $33. All right. Nice, beautiful piece. Got 35 Professor, 37 Debs. All right. That's half the price of what I was told, basically, of what I should get for it. But that's the fun side of auctions. You never know. You never know. It can be scary, but always price things that you're comfortable with. If it sells at the bottom price that you're asking for, or less than what you're expecting. If you're expecting a certain amount, then list it at that price. Nobody's going to hold it against you. It's, as they say, business. But to me, this is also fun. So I like the adrenaline and things running, and me getting my like chicken skin up on my and getting excited. So I have fun enjoying this, and it's sold to Colleen Cookies for vintage, sold for $41. That is 2 years less than how old I am. I'm surprised I could even do that math. Very, very good purchase. Looks like I got like a little curl right there, my little baby hairs. Great buy, Colleen. Congrats. That was a very good buy. But I think they're all really good buys, to tell you the truth. One of the other comments I got from my last Niknax sale was that I was practically giving stuff away. And believe it or not, even if that was true, which I think it is in some way, I still profited and I was able to find more stuff. So it's a win-win, which is awesome. That's some good coffee. This is the banana chocolate coffee from the Crazy Lamp Lady. I'm gonna try her. I think it was coconut chocolate or coconut something. She has another coffee that I saw on her other platform. As long as you're having fun, as long as we're all having fun, I am having fun. All right. Two baskets. All right, big or small? Y'all get to choose big or small. You want a big item or a small item? I told y'all last time I want to bring bigger stuff, and that Blinko vase was probably the biggest item that I brought on here on Niknax. Small. Oh, a small wins. Bigger is better. Hey. All right. Small. All right. The smallest one that I have will go with this. Everything else is going to gradually get a little bigger. All right. This one also is another mirror type glass. This one's really pretty by Glaser Studios. All right. It has a heavy mirror on the inside, but then you have this roll like a donut on the inside. Hard to see, but there is controlled bubbles around this figure that's on the inside, which I didn't even see before until now. It's like the angle and the lighting kind of take us away from this, but it's really nice. Glaser Studios, and this is dated 91. Hold on, give me a second. 90, yeah, 91. It is etched right here. So frosted bottom, but with Glaser Studios, there's always an exception. And then the etch is going to be right along the side, not on the bottom, right along the side. Let's get that one in here. With the stage. The other one that I had, I almost didn't want to let go of it, especially this one, but I showed it on the last Niknax and I said I'd bring it. So I am. And some other items that you're also asking for that I had on my shelves. So can y'all see that? There's like, hard to see, but there's like a little donut in there with controlled bubbles on the outside of it. Really nice, like cobalt, more like an indigo blue actually. I could see the light coming through, and it has like a nice indigo cobalt blue to it. Very pretty, very very pretty. Maybe I just need a better light setup. Starting at $20. I've been running cheap auctions here on Whatnot. I want to see this platform grow. I don't mind letting people here have a good deal. I I totally agree with that. I like. Is it not running? Maybe not running. But these are really cool to look out for. There it goes. LT Nelson. This is probably the better side. I totally agree with that. People have a good time. You have a good time. You're content with what's working out for you. What works for you, some people won't agree, just like me, speaking for myself. People don't agree with some of the prices that I have, it being so low at times. And I'm like, but that's what I'm just basing it off of what they actually sell for. And sometimes it sells for half that amount. And I'm still happy because I profit in my own way in many ways. That I am more of the people type of person that enjoys people and value people more than sometimes items, many times over items. But it's fun to have items, make it available, they get a good price off of it, and sometimes I get an amazing price that I wasn't expecting. Like there's always a flip side. Can you imagine if people took what they said about like, oh, it could have sold for more, but what if they don't? It doesn't always happen that way. It doesn't always sell for more. It doesn't always sell for what a going price for something goes for. So people just got to realize people have different game plans of what they're doing, and they got to believe in themselves and stick through it. Stick to it. Devs Finds won it for $21. Thank you. This one's a very unique one compared to GES Glassite Studios, so you're gonna be very happy with that either way, in so many different ways. Very pretty. There's also a lot, and I say this. There's also a lot of things I don't know, like keywords, which I know may affect me and like selling things, but I'm still doing good with what I know and what I'm learning. There's a lot of ways to be successful in reselling. See, that's the best way of putting it right there. Last show, that Fenton turtle was a great sell. That was, um, and thanks for reminding me about that because I was supposed to have another Fenton turtle out today. I will save that for the next show. And that is not just a Fenton turtle, it's a Lennox Fenton hand painted iridescent pink like turtle. Um, that sucker is beautiful. I also have a Fenton hippo, hand painted hippo, which the painting isn't all that, but just to have something like that, a hippo, and learning about house hippos, I stories about stuff, house hippos, red hats, things like that, really intrigued me of wanting to know more about the history about it. And I could go on and on about this, but this is an auction, right? I may have to do it live later on today on my YouTube channel and talk about some of the things that I'm coming across, because I love these type of talks because I'm learning at the same time from people. What's up, Rare Finds? Rare Finds, Linda Blanchard. Hola, ¿cómo está? Swelly. You have a house hippo? That's awesome. See, everybody who's in here, comment whether you're not a commenter or not. Do you have a house pimple? A house hippo? Do you not have a house hippo? Have you ever heard about a house hippo? Kevin Commonwealth Picker is in here. Kevin, have you ever heard about a house hippo? And I'm not talking about you, Kevin. You're too skinny to be a house hippo. Exactly. There you go. Those are things we got to talk about, I think, in one of my YouTube lives with people who actually know what the story's about. But just that information enough is like, what's a house hippo? But you should Google it. No house hippo, but I have lots of other stuff. But would like to have one. Oh, good seeing you at the Broad Acres. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Let's see, the whole thing originated in Canada. Canada does have not just some, but many amazing artists, especially Poland. All right. All right. We were talking about smalls, and we're going to get to the bigger stuff later. But this is one a lot of people were asking for when I was doing a little show and tell on my in my office last time. So this is a unique perfume bottle, and I think I called it Holy Bajolies, because I don't know the actual name. I try to find what it actually is, but there's a lot of names out there that are similar to this. Some, I wouldn't say identical. I didn't see any identical ones, but I just called it the Holy Bajolies perfume bottles. And if you have a better name to describe this in your own words, add it in the comments. But it is, yes, Sean, this is very, very beautiful. At first, I thought it was a paperweight. Then I realized that it's actually more of a perfume bottle. Or if you like to have that little, that little sippy sip every now and then, you could put whatever you want in this. It has not been used. There is no scent in this. It does have some beveled rings, horizontal rings, not vertical. It's horizontal, like the ground that we walk on, or the chair that we sit on with our boots. Folks, did I get kicked off? I saw that it was trying to kick me off. And it had these cut edges right here, and then on the both sides. So here's the angle. There is no writing on the bottom, none at all. But it does have a nice little swirl where it comes down almost to the bottom. So those nice little extended touches of it being taking over as much as possible is pretty unique. And then the inside is green. I saw where some are more like amethyst and other colors, so they're all different in their own way. And then the topper is actually in really good condition. Sometimes that cracks. Oh, hold on, I just seen something. All right, here it is. I'm glad I did that because I believe I put this in the description. There is a little chip right on the front, not on the edge. It's like on the flat side of where this goes. More than likely of where people are pressing it down and just doing a little bit too much and not being careful. So right there, I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. It looks like a little bubble, very small. And it is pretty shallow too, where it's not edgy to cut yourself, unless you're purposely trying to cut yourself. So we're gonna go with this one. The Holy Bajoli's perfume bottle, 5.5 inches. This is a hefty little sucker, kind of like me. It's a little thick and very colorful, very bright on your eyes, just like me. Sean Blevins, it's a dimple. A dimple? Oh, there's a dimple. Placed the bid for 21. Professor, getting it. Perfume bottles must be popular for Valentine's gifts. Sold for this week. Oh, that's awesome. I should think about Valentine's and start getting stuff listed. I don't know if I have anything that I would be like, that's Valentine's, but also I'm like simple minded when it comes to like romantic days. I'm like more of want to get out, have fun, not so much like the mushy stuff, which I try to be. But then my wife is like a rock too. Sometimes she's like, ugh, you don't hug me, you don't kiss me. And I try to kiss her and she's like, get away from me. And I'm like, what? So she's like my dog. She's crazy, which I'm surprised he's not down here yet. We had several bids on this, and we got we got the professor who ended up winning this for $23. Congratulations. It has a nice iridescence color to this as well. Really, really nice. And everything I get, I think it's really, really nice. No, thank you, my friend. Thank you. We got 91 people up in here. If you haven't checked me out on YouTube, Sunny Las Vegas. I haven't put out any videos in about a week because my voice was gone. I was under the weather, and now I'm back. So I hope my voice changes back to what it used to be. Unless you like this voice, then maybe we could keep it this way. Just received my order of the miniatures. Oh, love them. Thanks so much. Those were really cool miniatures, and I want to find more of them. Um, those miniatures, folks, not just so much little porcelain figurine things, like little house miniatures. I am learning more about things, not just glass, but a lot of about everything. And it's pretty unique what's out there. And some of these things, people like I used to think, I don't want anything under $10. I don't want anything under $15. That was me 6 years ago. I'm kind of evolved a little smidget in the reselling world of learning how to resell. But there's still so much things that are so unique and has such an artisanal thing about them that I still appreciate and love about art, that it's hard for me not to not want to pick them up. So I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad you're able to come across them and it be on Niknax and it be available. And now I'm curious of what you're putting them in. Do you have a little dollhouse? Because those things are still highly collectible. So when I find more, I will bring more. And if anybody has any other miniatures available, leave it in the comments up here on Niknax. Say, yeah, I have some miniatures. Check me out. And hopefully they remember your name and check you out and see what's available on there. Um, all right. Watch you all the time. Appreciate all that you do. I appreciate you all more than you know. And I try to show that every way when I present myself on and off camera to represent this community the best that I can. I'm not perfect. I know there's some things that I do hiccup on, and I just learn from it. Best thing to do is not repeat yourself. And that really shows a lot about yourself when you don't repeat your mistakes. That shows that you're actually learning. And that's called maturity, especially within your interpersonal self. All right, next one. This one's a very unique one. Were any of y'all in here earlier when I took you inside the dark room where we got to eat some potato chips together? So this one's pretty cool. And this one's still a head scratcher to me on this. So I had to wipe it down. This is a vintage glass hanging ornament. Now, the only thing about this, folks, and I hope one of you or many of you, as much as possible, know what this is, like an actual name for it, because it has this end on the bottom. I have Google lenses, and very few people have said if it's like a gravity ball holder. And I'm like, a gravity water ball holder? Like, where? How do you hold the water in it? There's something ring around the top, and it holds this way, but then what's on this? Does that hang on something? I'm unsure, but I found it to be very unique, especially with the head scratcher type thing. And it has a really nice, it's an amethyst color, which is just a deeper purple. And holding it, let me see if this helps. You could see the light coming through better. All right, I like that there's different tones, dark, lighter, and then a little darker, I guess because of curvature. See if anybody knows what this is. Does it glow? That is a very good question. Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. That's pretty cool. I guess I could only do it once. Needs a plug to be a hummingbird feeder, right? Hummingbird feeder. That's what I thought. But I also thought hummingbird feeder. That's what I thought too. Hummingbird feeder. See, there's a lot many of us don't know, but you could be right. This could be a hummingbird feeder. It could be a Christmas ornament, Christmas tree, a light inside. But then what's this? Is this like a dual purpose? Does it make it uh I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery ball. All right, and it's beautiful. And it does glow. And it has a deep green, like sea moss green glow to it. Can y'all see that? Even with the other things that did glow that I have, which wasn't too much today, this one has a nice green, like deep moss matte green finish to it. So we're going to get this one going, folks. I've been doing a lot of talking. I get excited about stuff, and I got to share what's on my mind. Because a lot of what I share and what I talk about, I'm going to tell you right now, I purposely spew out of my mouth with what I'm thinking, knowing that somebody else is going to teach me something of what I said. So it's really directing myself, like knowing myself well enough to, if I don't say what I'm thinking, I'm not going to learn. So I appreciate you all for understanding me and keeping along with me the best that you can. The place for a hook, that's gorgeous. My hair, me, or this, or all of the above. Uh, you could plan a vine in it. So this is what I was thinking of this, is that you could have some kind of holder on the bottom and it still be a vase. It still has wide enough opening. Shouldn't be too hard to clean out, but it could be something practical, which is a new word that I'm learning too. I didn't understand what practical meant until this morning when I got a comment. I was like, oh, that's what that means. To make sense. To use something rather than speaking of. Crow at the top for the hanger. I got to see photos of this. So if y'all can, send me some photos of what you're talking about. So that way I get a better understanding. Sure. I'm missing the insert that fed from, oh, you hung it. I knew if there was something, it had to be missing. We're going to start this at 10. I seen some of these go for around $40. But some things don't make sense to me. So I started out at a price that I think works. Um, is it going 21? Flow, first bid, 10 buckaroos, flooded. From flow to flooded. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's going for this vintage amethyst glass ornament, approximately 5 inches. All right. Very good condition. Again, if you're just coming in here, 200 people, look at that. That glow just hits hard. And it, like I said, it's not like the normal type of glows where it has like a shine. This is more like a low, like a deep low glow. Look at that. And it's all of it. It's not just, that top part. I don't think the glass glows. The glass, that little stem glass, the little hook is clear. But other than that, this is pretty unique. And a little cool little detail. There were some that I seen that have, that's what I forgot. I knew it. I forgot to list something. Um, Pebbles 19 is at $16. There's 8 seconds left, but so on the last Niknax auction, there was an oil lamp that I sold, and that started when I found it was teaching me about oil lamps. I had no idea about oil lamps. I knew about perfume bottles and stuff like that, and like kerosene lamps, but I didn't know about oil lamp diffusers type things. And all of a sudden, I'm finding some oil lamps, especially like from was it Josephina Kronos? Which Kronos isn't the last name. I think that's the city. Poland, something like that. But I have some that I'll have next time. Some really cool jelly type oil lamps. Amethyst, Pebbles 19. One this vintage amethyst glass ornament, approximately 5 inches long, and about wide too as well. Got it for $19. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lamberger, yes, that was the other name I was trying to find, but the ones that I found recently are from Josephina. I can't remember the last name. Josephina. I want to say Kronos, but I could be wrong because there's a lot. I think I am right. Hidden, yes. So I not only found some oil lamps from her, I found four. And before I knew what it was, the day before I found a vase by the same maker. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. All right, what time is it? We got 30 minutes. Cool. Because Jeremy and them are going to be on after me at 5. Now, this is another one that I was talking about. I didn't know some of the makers made glass. You think about them as being apparel, like Anthropologie. I thought they just had apparel. Can y'all guess? And I just gave you a hint of what apparel maker has a branch off with glass. Can you guess? Not Anthropologie. That was the other one. That was the martini pitcher. But while you're thinking about it, and you can't be wrong because you're gonna find out together. But you'll find out here in a few seconds. Betsy Johnson. Ooh, does Betsy Johnson have some glass? If she does, that would be a new one for me. I love Betsy Johnson stuff. I used to do a lot of window shopping with my wife and mother-in-law out in Oahu, Hawaii. That I would do a lot of window shopping and learned about. Oh, Chris, 1967. I don't know if you saw the details on here, but yes, it is Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren ended up, I don't know for how long, this is new information for me, but real information that they ended up finding or creating a block crystal type of cataloged glass. So when I saw this and was looking it up, some people had different names. So I looked at the Ralph Lauren and wondered why would somebody name it Ralph Lauren? So this is Ralph Lauren, and it is, I think the name of this is actually Lauren. So it has some nice little swirls from clear to blue swirls. Hard to see in there, but it's a lot brighter, a lot clearer in person, as in like the clear, transparent spots and separation with the blue. And then what I like about this, and speaking of Hawaii, is that this reminds me of water. Like I would always go to the beach when Carla and I couldn't afford to go out and wanted to step out of just ramen noodles and skinny string fries. That was our diet for a long time after the military because we couldn't afford very much. So we would always go to the beach. And when I seen the color of this, that's what it reminded me of. On those really good days, like on not Kolina, Lanikai, out on the west side, east side, out by the Marine base out in Oahu. So very cool. It has a white cast inside, clear bottom. But on this, what side is it? I seen it last time. Here it is. So I can't feel it, but depending on the angle of the lights, there is a small scratch from right here. It's one scratch that goes across, is very light. And I found it the other day because of the light. I was like, what is that? That just threw me off. So it's hard to even see on here, but I want to point it out. It's right here on the side. You'll see it if anybody of y'all get it. But very, very cool. All right. But yeah, they ended up making a block crystals, uh, Ralph Lauren branch off of glass, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was just looking at some of his work that Ralph Lauren has done. There's also Lauren Ralph Lauren, which I do like some of her the vintage jeans that they have from Lauren Ralph Lauren. Some of more of like corduroys. I've always been fond of corduroy jeans and pants. They're just a unique style and takes me back to the day of when I used to rock them myself. Has some little knoblets on the side, like little decor on both ends. All right, this does not glow. I've already tried it. We have Messi. Oh, the soccer player. In it for $22. Most of these are Chinese, but like the polished maize ones, much better. It's so pretty. Yeah, and that's another thing that I was looking at too is that Merriweather. Merriweather is an expert in this stuff too. Check out her stuff. Check out her inventory. I'm sending you that on Niknax. Really good stuff. But yeah, that is a really good point, Meriwether, that there's some knockoffs out there and you have to really be critical of what you have and do some really good comparison. And I was comparing off of what they actually had on their own site listed compared to what people had with like crappy background and stuff like that. So when I look at something, I just don't jump to what somebody has just because it sounds good. Sometimes a branded name won't sell as much as something that isn't branded depending on different circumstances. But I did look. And some of these things I could spend hours on looking. And some people say, don't do that. Just move on to the next one. Make that money quick. But I also want to learn. So that way, when I make money decisions, it's going to make me money. And also, I have no intentions of screwing people over ever. I did have an eBay comment like 2 years ago. Somebody just straight up was like, you never sent all my stuff. You're just trying to rip me off. You probably never worked a day in your life. And I thought like, wow, you have no idea what I'm going through. At the time, I was really hard on myself from PTSD. So I messaged back saying like, I'm a veteran, which could mean nothing to nobody to some people. Um, Double D's Thrifts, welcome back and thank you. Double D's got these for $23. Thank you and welcome back. Your name is just awesome. It's priceless. But yeah, so when I messaged back the person, I was like, look, I'm in the military and this is what I depend on. Because at the time I did when I was starting out reselling. And they replied back saying, oh, Sorry, I didn't know you're a veteran, but it wouldn't matter if I was a veteran or not. At the same time, maybe I shouldn't have said it, but I did because I'm like wanting to share something to the person. Like I'm not just a nobody, but sometimes nobodies to nobodies are they're actually somebody's to somebody, even to themselves. So I'm very critical and thoughtful of how people think. And sometimes people are like, you think too much into it. And I'm glad that I do because I'm not trying to screw nobody over. I don't think nobody is, not really, that I could think of. Sonny, you don't explain yourself to anybody, my friend. No, I don't, but I always feel that way. And that was just based off the comment off of the one on eBay. But that's also nice and reassuring when people say you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Because I think if I was a bad person, then I would be being questioned and you would have to explain yourself. So those are things that I think about, like deep interpersonal thoughts of like who I am as a person and how I want to be looked at, rather than when I was a kid and always had to look over my shoulder. And I say this all the time. Don't go doing things having to look over your shoulder. Do things to where all you got to do is look forward. And when you happen to look back, you get to see how far you've come. And I will repeat that over and over again because I think people need to take that in consideration. Is that even when things are good, look back, see how far you've come, especially on the days that you have a little tougher than others. And you're like, nothing's happened, nothing's working out. A lot has worked out. You're just not looking at the bigger picture. Hey, Amy, it's been a while. What's up, Amy Yoso Boho? Oh, thank you. It was fun. It was fun in the military. We have some more items. Let's go to. We're gonna work our way up. All right, this one is very cool as well. I love this one. I like that it has a tail. It's just a funny little tail to me. Some of them do not have tails. This one is also a head scratcher of what I was trying to find out of the maker. I've been having this for months, like 2 to 3 months, and finally I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it listed. This is a polar bear. It does not glow. There is some beautiful imperfections in there that have like little, like dark, I wouldn't say black. It's more like little brown dots that are on deep in the interior with the white. So maybe where they're pulling this little swirl or snow-like pattern. Can y'all see that? It's right there and right there. So that's in the glass. It's not on top. Here's the bottom. All right. There are similar ones to this that are signed that I would say are much more valuable, but this is pretty cool. And on the bottom, there's no break in here. Those aren't breaks. So if anybody gets this in person, these are like beveled little ends, not all the way around, just on the corners. All right. And then same here. And then there's also one little part. It looks like it's broken, but if you actually put a clear light, press it or hold it up against it really close, you can see that's just the way I guess it was pressed on something. So it's very smooth, no breaks, no chips. I like this polar bear. It's like snow on the inside, which makes a lot of sense for it being snow, polar bear, ice, cold. Right. Oh, there it goes. It's ash from hand blowing process. There you go. See, tell y'all folks, Mayweather, she's amazing. She knows a lot of stuff. Very cool design. I like this. Like I like how like sleek it looks. I like the little tilt of the head where it's kind of thinking, do I want to go after some penguins or do I want to take a nap? Or is there orcas in the water? Like what do I do? Like it makes me think of what it's thinking. Just the posture of this. And I find that to be very unique, very thoughtful if it was intentional. I like this a lot. All right. And when I was looking at this, there are some that are signed on the bottom, not this one, but there are also some that are signed on the edge. So don't always look in the most common places when it comes to maker's marks. Sometimes it's in unique places that you wouldn't think of. People always, I know when I started looking at glass, people were like, look at the bottom, is it signed? Not knowing that if I just looked on the edge, that though I might find a signature, and I have, just like the glassite studio egg that I had. Don't look at frosted paperweights or frosted booty bottom paperweights or glass, right? They're not popular or they're not worth it. But then that's not true compared to a glassite studio paperweight that has a frosted bottom. Or should I say matted bottom? Let me show you that one. So a little matte and then the edge and then the etching. It's hard to see, but it's like right there. So do some learning, folks. All right, Flo. Flo ended up getting this Scandinavian glass polar bear, approximately 7 inches long, for $22. Very nice, please. Just look at the clear glass. I love the separation of it. Even all the way on the outside, it's like a frozen polar bear. Uh, I love art. This is so amazing. I thought about this morning of um, attempting to do some glass work, and I'm like, no, not for me. All right. We have a few more items, folks, and we got about 20 minutes left. What's up, Kelly Mauser? We have this beautiful, beautiful, ruffled green basket that I'm about to put up on a stage. If I could find it. There it goes. All right. I like this little, it has like the thumbprints on here. Put your thumb on it. If you look at mine, thumbprints. And then you have this does have a glow. This does have a glow, but not a deep glow, like a bright glow. It is like a low, shallow glow. I gotta see this too much on here. But there is a very light glow to it. Fenton thumbprint green, approximately 8 inches tall. I believe 8 inches wide as well. Starting at 15 doll hairs. There are no marks, no cracks, no chips. All right, other than my fingertips. Oh, I should have been a rhymer, which I don't think is a thing. Or actually, I think there is. I think it's like poetry, which back in the day I used to love poetry, but then I started getting into sonnets, like little short talk of things that just rhymed, and my mind would be like, "Oh, I could do this. This sounds beautiful," and write stuff. I wish I would have held on to those notebooks as a kid, but then again, as a kid, I didn't do very good at spelling until now, and I've learned how to spell better and pronounce better with just reading more and really trying to learn. Rediscover, perfect with what I'm saying. Rediscover who you are. Learn, change things if you don't like it. Invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself. Professor placed a bid for $20 for this pretty little green. Look at this little green right here. You could put as much, like St. Ives mints up in here. I love those. My grandma loved those. She used to have them all the time. And I had some the other day in memory of my grandma. I saw some at the store, and I was like, I'm getting some. Rediscovered got this for $21. Congratulations on this beautiful Fenton thumbprint ruffled vase. Congrats. All right. We got tres items más. All right. For those who are saying big, oh, for real? Niknax doesn't allow the word investment in descriptions. Oh, that is good to know. I need to find out more words of what they don't want, so I don't use them. All right, so people are saying bigger, right? Bigger is better. I've had this probably for around 5 months. Hand blown glass, like an orange type of iridescent. All right, there is like a marigold color to it. Like I love this. I've had it for a while. It's felt bottom. All right, I didn't see any markings. There's a piece of tape on the bottom. What does that say? Made in India. All right, I didn't even know that sticker was there. I didn't see it before. Let me put it back. If you're a made in India sticker collector, you might want that. Does not screw off. I am guessing maybe this goes on something, but I like that there is a felt bottom to this to where you could just not have to worry about it scuffing up anything. It'll slide better. All right, really cool big-eyed owl. All right, we're gonna start this. Oh, I didn't even put it up yet. And then the two items that I'm really excited to talk about, which I love everything, is coming up next. All right, this is glass, no cracks, no chips. Now the color on the inside, it looks like somebody purposely like made a pattern of like, I don't want to use scratch, but it's the best way of saying it. Like a rub or a scratch across, but they're not scratches. It's just the color of where it's kind of goes across on the inside. Maybe they wiped some stuff down or something and they held onto it. So it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. Plus, who doesn't like little tail feathers right there? Little tail feather on the back end. Oh my, he's fantastic. Such a fun piece. It is a fun piece. I've had this in my garage, just sitting there looking at me like owls usually do. And I wondered, like, who would get this? Who would want to get this? But they do go for a pretty good amount online, but it's hard to find real information of makers and models. Now, another thing that I found out about this recently, that there are some people calling it mercury glass, but from the mercury glass that I know, it's more of like the really thin breakable Christmas ornament. So I don't know of any other thing other than that type of mercury glass. But this is not that type of mercury glass. It's nice solid piece, not heavy. It has a very good weight and feel to it. And plus, it's just a cool owl and unique color. And I think one of you is guaranteed to get this on here. Double D's is in it for 22 bucks. Felt, we got Linder. Woohoo! Iridescent finish. Yes. There you go. Surprised Tip isn't running down here. He's probably asleep with Carla. Carla works tonight. So she'll probably be up like around 5:15. And then we're gonna make her some dinner. And then I might go live on YouTube later today. What is today? Wednesday? I usually do on Thursday. So tomorrow I'll go live on YouTube. I didn't do it last week because I went to the Goodwill grand opening, which is a lot of fun. Carnival Glass Owl, another name. Yes. So Double D's got this for $25. As you see, folks, there's different wording and wordplay or things to call this. So it's pretty unique. And each one of them, if you look online, will find you different photos, different information. But it's good to understand and learn these different terms because I forget them at times. And then I know of them. And then when I have it in front of me, I just get brain farts. But I'm learning a lot. And I'm happy that I am. I'm happy to have this sit in and just be part of what I love to do, as in reselling, finding beautiful pieces, putting them in a home that's going to love them even more, or be with me for a while, and then I'm like, okay, you got to go. You know, your visit here is expired. Oh, you're moving in 2 days. 13 twins, they're in here. They're going to be on at 5, so I got a few minutes. All right. All right, so I have two of these, okay? And this is where the story begins, as if I wasn't talking enough already, right? So I found this beautiful piece. All right, I found this beautiful piece months ago. I finally took it out of my stash. Is that better? It's hard to see. I really want you to see. When it's clear, if you look at the actual photo that's listed, you'll see this amazing. Oh, there it goes. Don't worry about the time. I'm never late, which is why it never changes. All right, on this beautiful piece right here is by MP. All right, MP has the twisted teardrop. There's a signature on the bottom. And the first time I actually seen somebody else have this is somebody who's been commenting, who I said you should go check out her stuff, and she knows what she's talking about. It's Meriwether. So when she had this in her auction, when we had our first Niknax live, she had it on there, and I was kicking myself in the butt not to bring it forward. But I'm glad that she did, right? Hers did very, very well. Now, I didn't know anything about the actual artist other than the name. Marion Pyrcak. Pyrcak. And where is it at? Here it is. Go to stage. All right. So when I was looking up information about this beautiful piece, I think we need to stick to this so you can continue to see color. When I was looking up the information of Marion, I read, and this was an old post, that Marion is a he, that he would be leading Poland's, be the number one artist in Poland for glass art glass, studio art glass. So I thought that was pretty unique to be calling somebody who is number two going to now be number one, which is hard to say because the next person who he has been following and been, I guess, the protege of Adam Jablonski, just this information to me was interesting, right? And I was like, this is crazy that I found this. These things are going to be going up in value. I believe that to be true from the information I was coming across. So this was, yes. Did I spell it wrong? I did spell it wrong. But I found this to be very beautiful, especially the story. It's hard to find much information of Marion, right? But when it comes to Adam, it's a different story. Adam, as the story that I was reading about, is the number one over Marion, right? But as of this morning, reading more information about it, he actually retired. So that's pretty interesting. That's an artist retired, still has stuff out there, and then you have a person who's taking over. And I think the value on these two names are going to be going up. There's a lot of stuff out there, but there's a lot of unique stuff. I would look up Adam and this guy's stuff and find as much stuff as you can for a good price and collect it. I would say this would be an investment, but not to hype it up. I'm not at all. I'm just saying what I'm reading off of and basing off of my experience, that these are some pretty cool pieces. Now, I didn't think in this fast of a time frame that, like, this was by luck finding this one. I can't even remember to tell you where I found it. But to find another one yesterday by Adam, the number one and numero uno, and the number two, who is now also numero uno, like this fast. So it was pretty cool to find this and to just know about this information. Now my search list for these two guys are never going to end, and I would suggest you keep your names out for them. And I did spell it wrong. I was corrected. It's not a Marion, Marion. I thought I don't know why I put it that way, but it was very, very cool and fascinating to find two number one artists in the same place who have been working with each other. And remember this right here, okay? Remember what the one this one looks. I did have it on Instagram earlier that, and people were mentioning Adam because they are near identical or similar. So it's not confusing. It's just not the way that's the way they are. And I'll show you Adams here in a moment. It's up now, bid it up to $45. A Rimbold 698701 won it for $45. I would hold on to this. When I was finding out the information about this, I already had this listed, and I don't like to take anything back. So I'm glad you're able to get this, and I would hold on to this, like I said. Or do what you want. Give it to me as a gift. You can mail it back. Now, I didn't know, and I thought yesterday that going to an antique shop, again, Sandy, my flipping van life, she said, you need to start going to more antique shops because I rarely go to them. And I was looking around like 15 minutes in. I was like, this looks familiar off of photos I've been looking at. And how would you even fathom that you would come across an Adam Tchaikovsky paperweight with the sticker? Oh, I forgot to tell you this. But the other one does have MP on the bottom. It is etched, and it's common for them to have etched on the bottom. That is right there. All right. But this one right here, this one right here is like, even the etch almost looks almost similar. This one's AP. Let me bring them up. It's the last one. And then Jeremy, if you're still in here, I am about done. What time is it? Yeah, I'm about done, Jeremy. So if you and your broski are in here, you could get it. You could get up on in there, and so that way people could go over to you after this. But look at this color. This one's really nice. There are some like teardrop. It's cool because it's teardropped. Still has a sticker. JPU for I was just talking about. AJ. So signature. Can y'all see it? There it goes. You can see it right there. It's a long J. So teardrop paperweight with a teardrop and then the controlled teardrop bubbles. This is really cool. So again, finding this was pretty fascinating to me to learn about a name that led me to the numero uno, and now they are both number ones in my opinion. And this is fun, folks. Glass and art and these things that we come across, This is a lot of fun. I'm going to find more of this stuff, I'm sure, in a matter of time. Um, what's up, Eric? Yeah, I have puberty. We're going to start this at $25. All right, there is a sticker on there. It is split on there, but this is really a condition. There's no cracks, no nips. There is some sticker residue. I'll be cleaning this off right here on the bottom. You can't see it, but I could feel it. So I'll be cleaning it off. There is no glow that I saw, but it has some really unique colors and a lot going on to this. Again, this guy is retired. You could find that information out for yourself. You'll find actually if you look like his name up, Adam Jablonski biography or info, he's going to come up a lot faster than Marion. But this is a beautiful piece. I'm really excited. I came across these two. Like I feel like you don't come across things like that too often, where these stories of one thing, you're like, oh, there's another guy though. He's the number one, and you're like, wait, what? He's a protege of the other one, and then now he's retired. Which is why I look at treasure hunting as investments. They're very cool, very unique. You never know what you're going to come across out there, and then the stories behind them to me are even more fascinating. Ooh, I do. I just realized, like the bottom of this, it looks like it's silver, but it's clear. So it kind of like has this blend, like a mercury almost bubble that comes up. It's almost clear, that white that goes up. I didn't notice that before until I was using the light to turn it. I was like, I didn't notice that. But beautiful, beautiful piece. Deb's Fine won this for $35. Congratulations. And folks, Jeremy and his broski, the Thrifting Twins, are going to be on here at 5, which is a few minutes. If you're not following me on YouTube, Sonny Loves Vegas. Go over there, give me a follow. I haven't made any videos in a week because of my voice, but it's coming back. So I'm really excited and happy and going to get having some videos out soon of more and more finds. But before they come on, will somebody let me know if you're on the computer, if Jeremy or the Thrifting Twins are on, so that way I could jump off. I just want to stay on here to remind people that other people are coming on Niknax and you can go and check them out. But there is, folks, I love glass. Do y'all want to see, if you weren't in here earlier, do y'all want to see my lamp? This is beautiful. Leave some emojis. Emojis. Yes. What? Just flood the comments with something. All right. I love this piece right here. This is a beautiful piece. Let me move these out the way. Congratulations. All right. Like, consider me throwing hearts. Look. Oh my goodness, folks. I love lamps. Like, look at this beautiful lamp right here. Oh, like I'm in love. It takes my breath away. I look at this and I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. When I purchased this, I won't tell you how much I got it for. You have to watch a future video that I'll be making about it. But I was seeing when I Google Lens this, I was seeing that these were actually chandeliers. So I'm not sure if this was repurposed or what's going on because this cord I know for sure does not match. It did turn on and I felt that it was unsafe. But other than that, the actual glass is intact. This is a beautiful, beautiful lamp or chandelier. If it is the chandelier, there was supposed to be, which is on the flip side, but it's better holding it this way, like this cap cover that goes on, and then the chain that goes on with the cord. Um, but this one was repurposed into a lamp, or somebody tried to maybe sell it. So I'm gonna get this, either sell it as is. This is probably like a $300 to $400 piece just for the glass alone, but I'm going to take some advice or reach out to some friends and see what they say to recommend to do with this one. So I love this though. Does anybody know if the Thrifting Twins are on? Uh, he's ignoring me, Mary. It's horrible. It's horrible. Mary says, it's horrible. Send it to me. I'll take care of it for you. That's what friends are. That's what friends are for. Uh, it does bring me joy, but the joy of it is finding it. Where I found it, it was it was near hidden. Like, oh, people are gonna look at that. It's old. I hope nobody ever thinks of me that way. Don't look at me because I'm old. Don't pay attention to me because I'm old. So again, I love beauty. of things. I love the artistry of things. So when I came across this, I'm like, man, how much? And they're like, I won't say the price. You're gonna have to see the video. And I was like, take my money, woman. But yeah, do y'all know if Jeremy's on? Because right now, are the thrifting twins? If they are on, if they are not, we can wait for them a few minutes. I got like 1 minute, but I want to take you now since we got 2 minutes. Let me take you in my garage. I'm going to show you some of my lamps of what I'm talking about. Like I've been collecting lamps for a while. Excuse my mess, okay? All right, excuse my mess. Light on, yeah. Got the cord over here. All right, so let me go back. So I have a tall Lotus lamp. All right, beautiful. These you can move around. Some of these you will not find a little info on this. If you see these and you're wondering like, hey, what goes on here? They're actually these like acrylic or glass pieces. I can't tell because how light it is. Those pieces go on there. There's 3 of them. So if you come across these, those are also valuable too. So if you see these little things, I would hold on to those. Those are worth money. But this tall Lotus lamp, it's really nice. But I also have another one down here. All right. And then I love lamps, all types of lamps. Banker's lamps. All right. That's glass. Banker's lamp. This one would be less than this one right here. This dark emerald green. This one still has a sticker. I can't see it. I forget the name. Then we got some like Dobbs, Tiffany glass style, cats, got mariposas, got that beautiful piece right there. Look at that one. And then if you didn't see it, look at this. Oh, my hands are shaking. Look at that gold one. It's just like a drop down lotus. These are beautiful, even down to the small ones. I love this. Could still get the bulbs. The bulbs will be regular bulbs. Here's these. All right, this is the Josephina that I was talking about. The vase. People were saying bigger is better, and I'm going to bring this with the oil lamps on the next Niknax. And then that one's a beauty right there too. All right. Okay, tap the raid button. All right, I didn't remember that. And then there's that one. I believe the Fenton, there was supposed to be a matching part on the top, but that's not the way I found it. I found it just like this. But I love these pieces. I love lamps. All right, hold on, folks. Let me see. Is that Cian from District Support? Oh, forgot to pay the bill. The lights turned off. Cian, everybody give some claps out to Cian. She's a hard worker helping people out here on Niknax. Amazing person. Did some training with her. She's awesomeness. All right, now let me go see. Cian, how do I raid? Tap X. End stream and raid. All right, folks. Thank you all so much. I appreciate every one of y'all. Check me out on YouTube when you get the chance. I have a lot more stuff to share with you. And if there's anything in my videos you want to see me bring to Niknax, please leave those in the comments up on YouTube. Thank you all so much for making this a great experience. Also, Jocelyn, thank you very much. Meriwether, Yvonne, Sandy, everybody behind Niknax. Thank you all so much. Love you all. Take it easy. Let's go raid the Thrifting Twins.